So these Somalians are making TikToks laughing about how they are ripping off America each and every day, but they're not laughing for long because watch how this magnificently backfires on them, and it is an absolute joy to watch.
You work all fucking day, you don't got shit. Thank you for working so hard so I can be home all day, free. I can use my EBT. Go to work for me, white boy, white girl. Yeah, go to work for me, you animals. Fuck work for me. Yeah, you work for me. And the U.S. government they work for me. All of you work for me. Now go to work. Pay them taxes. Take care of me and my people. Alright? This is my land. I control this place. This is my reality. You all gonna be enchained. I'm gonna lock all you guys up if you don't pay your taxes. You better fucking pay your taxes.
Orsider bay galeenay. Orya hoy. Orya. Hey. Orya. Orya. Orya hoy. Orya to kami ta iska am. Or iska da. Or iska ta. They're not real cops. Ka am ku khaylayo. Orri bi xiraan had. Iska ka tagadig. Orya.
What's the Venezuelan done in? Why? This is a private property. We live here. Why should let them in? Okay, that's gonna be the biggest demonstration ever against Chairman Associates. I will tell you. I will tell you.
I'm standing here waiting, doing a pee-pee dance.
Chairman Associates are doing this to us after 30 years of living here.
Aquana.
Freeloader. I get everything for free while you work 50 hours a week. Ha ha, boo boo. Your favorite Somalian freeloader. Hey, thank you for your tax dollar. I'm eating really good. Thank you for taking care of me. I love you, Americans. You've been such a hospitality. Not hostility. You show us hospitality. That's good. Because of your tax dollar, I get to eat 5 times a day. Before, it was 80 cents. They used to send us back in Africa, 80 cents. Now, I get this EBT card loaded each month with 400 to 500. The freeloader, your favorite freeloader. I'm enjoying myself.
People are in their feelings right now because Trump said that they're thinking about not allowing any more Muslims into the country until we figure out what's going on. And when you see videos like this, it's hard not to agree with him. I believe that people literally get on the internet and say things like this. It's ridiculous. I am backing the president with this. With all of the violence and the things that we're seeing take place in other countries, I think it's wise to pause any immigration regarding Muslims right now.
Trump has now fiercely cracked down on Somalis in Minnesota.
Call 911! Call 911! They're doing kidnapping!
After the massive Somali fraud scheme in Minnesota, Trump has decided to remove the temporary protected status of Somalians in the U.S. And now there is nothing holding his administration back from deporting the people that should not be here. People like these gangbangers and P3DOs. People like the Somalis that are threatening to unalive the mother of the 12-year-old girl that got SA'd by this man. America is tired of being used and abused by people manipulating our system to support the country they left. America is tired of people coming into our country and trying to turn it into the hell they ran away from. Now, the Somali problem is not just in Minnesota. This is a Somali Maine representative talking about using taxpayer money to send back to Somalia. These are Somalians raising a Somali flag flag in an elementary school in Vermont. This is a Somali running for office in Columbus, Ohio, where Ohio apparently has the second largest Somali population.
Yeah, I feel like most Americans think the exact same. I don't care what country that you come from, as long as you have the drive and determination to make America a better place because you are here, then we will welcome you with open arms. But the fact of the matter is, there are some countries across the globe who don't do this. I mean, for goodness sakes, 89% of the Somali population was on welfare in Minnesota. That is not okay. That is not normal. Why were we welcoming these people with open arms when they were actively waging war against hardworking Americans? Do you think it's fair that people are getting up, working day in, day out, trying to do the right thing by their families, and yet the government is taking their money and giving it to people who are doing nothing but making this country worse off? If we continually subsidize their life and make their quality of life so nice, they will, one, never leave this country, and two, they will vote for us with such passion and vigor that they will never ever even think about voting for the Republican Party, because they will do what they are doing now, which is doing mass deportations. We cannot allow this pillaging of our nation any longer. Donald Trump recognizes if you want a country to actually thrive and prosper, you need to reward those who give back to this country and do the right thing. So I have absolutely no mercy or no pity on these people who are making our country look like a third world nation. Because make no mistake about it, if we keep letting these people into our country, it's not going to be long before our country is a third world nation.
American citizen, she was working over 20 years in this area, especially refugee resettlement. She never had any crime, nothing like that, and which is not fair. You know, that's not America that we know. That's not America that we choose to live.
Hello, everyone. Senator Omar Fateh here. I'm in the Cedar Riverside neighborhood, and I wanted to speak to you about what we've been seeing here in the Twin Cities area, as well as throughout the state of Minnesota. President Trump has the full force of the federal government targeting the Somali community. What we've been seeing is that our neighbors have been detained, at times even American citizens, and families have been torn apart. But I want to let y'all know that it does not have to be this way, and that you do have rights.
Out of here, man. I just don't want to be here no more. Just I pray to God just. That's why I don't want to be here no more. I'm so tired of being here. This place.
Out the way, boys. Out the way, boys. Out the way.
People who spent years calling America racist are now crying online because they're being sent back to the same country they swore was better than here. You see the meltdown videos everywhere, tears, anger, demands, but none of them mention the fraud investigations, the expired visas, the money that moved through criminal networks, or the abuse of programs paid for by the taxpayers. The moment accountability shows up, they all act shocked.
I can go live wherever I want. Well, then go live in Somalia. All we hear you talk about is Somalia, Somalia. You love Somalia. It's your home, your people. Fucking live there.
I think she should get impeached. I think she's terrible. She originally from Somalia. So how are they doing this? How's their government? Do they have a president? Do they have a council?
If you want a good laugh today, check this out.
Somalis are not terrorizing this nation. We are helping it thrive. Somalis have always seen themselves as the fabric of this nation. So not only are we not going anywhere, we are not going to allow anybody to make us feel less Minnesotan or less American.
First and foremost, Little Miss Brusband. I don't feel American. I am American, so no one can make me feel less than or less like something that I already am, because I was born that. And the real problem stems from the fact that you believe that you are the fabric of this nation. By the way, that metaphor refers to people that share fundamental structures, values, beliefs, you know, culture and all this stuff. Didn't you come from Somalia, where the country's major fabric is Islam, what holds that nation together? And in Islam, you either convert or die. That's their belief system, correct? Or you force them to believe what you believe. Didn't Minnesota change their flag for you? See, if you were the fabric of this nation as you're espousing, you wouldn't have come to change the area you're in. You would assimilate and join in and share your culture and share your beliefs without forcing it on anybody, because no means no. But you guys don't believe in that.
So I already say Minnesota, but your city has been taken. It's been taken. Somalians are taking over Minnesota as we speak. Now, the sheriff is also Somalian. If you don't believe me, there is a video stating that he said that he's not there to protect the people that live there. No, he's protecting his own kind. This is bad. And you guys are here supporting all of this as a Minnesota resident. Y'all lost it.
Understand that members of Congress can't be impeached. You know, when you have Nancy and Randy saying, you know, we're on it, we're going to impeach her. When they're saying they're going to deport me, knowing full well that you cannot deport an American citizen.
Well, the fact of the matter is, she is an immigrant into this country and she ran for office and somehow she got elected. However, if you lie on your immigration papers, you can be deported. The government is well within their rights to send you back because you committed a crime. But that's not even the thing that astounds me most, how she got into this country. What astounds me the most is that people actually voted for this. I mean, why would you vote for somebody who is not looking out for America first? They are looking out for Somalia first. And the only rational conclusion that I can come to is that they have let so many Somalians flood into Minnesota that they don't care. They don't care about America. They want Somalia first. Because I really do believe these people are not going to be happy until all of America's values and traditions are gone to the wayside and they import all these Somalian values into this nation. I mean, if Somalia was so great, why would you ever leave and flee to America? I think we all know America is the greatest country on earth. That's not even a debate at this point, especially when you look around to see London, United Kingdom, people going to jail for social media posts. I think America is the last bastion of opportunity and freedom in this world where you could actually achieve the American dream. And Ilhan Omar, believe it or not, is actually a good example of that because she just came into this country, she ran for office, and she freaking won. That goes to show America's not some racist land. We are the home of the brave. America cannot help the fact that a lot of its voters are dumb as heck for voting somebody like Ilhan Omar into power. So if you ask me, anybody who's taken advantage of America and America's systems, they need to go back.
Ilhan Omar, the cracks are beginning to show. Now that you are on Trump's radar, I think you are starting to become very afraid. You're starting to panic. It looks like you are terrified and you feel some sense of threat. And honestly, you should be. I would like to point out and comment on the last statement that you made in that interview, but I'd also like to correct you on some few things. Yes, you are correct. American citizens cannot be deported. But what you failed to mention is that there are two types of American citizens. You failed to make that distinction. They are natural-born citizens and they are naturalized citizens, which you and I fall under that category. Both you and I are naturalized citizens, you being a Somalian and I am a Zambian. We became naturalized citizens because we satisfied the requirements needed to pursue citizenship through a legal process. We applied for naturalization because we satisfied all the requirements needed by immigration in order for us to pursue to become citizens. Natural-born citizens cannot be deported. Why? Because they were born here. However, naturalized citizens, we can get our citizenship revoked through a denaturalization process. And how that can come about is if we are being pursued criminally or civically.
إنك عيني شقينا هبيني ما بينك عيني تاجنا هاي فهمتين إن هرت سأقتين ودكان أنا بقول حتى أنا ما نيت إن أسكت سوماليا ma jiri jirin marka hadda anaga markii nala haygareeyay waxay noqotay inaan dadkeena u shaqeyno dadkii dhaqankii ma fahmaynaa luqadii ma fahmaynaa culturekii ma fahmaynaa marka qofka kale mataqaana ajnabiga caddaanka iyo anagoo kala duwan nahay because qofka gaabkii waxa uu doodaa bridgekaas ma fahantay marka insha allah waa mahadsantiin again ogaada askari kasta oo Soomaaliya dalka iyo dabadaba inuu ku shaqeeyaa habeenkii marka hurudaan iyo marka mataqaana achievetaanba
with all the scams and fraud that happened in Somali, could you imagine if the district attorney was a Somalian? All that will go unchecked with no consequences.
There are truth we have not been saying out loud. Number one, go to Somali malls. Cash only, no receipts. That's sus. We gotta say that out loud. Number two, Somali tax accountants. They say, oh, you have no taxes today. That's sus. We gotta call that out. What? Yeah, Somali trucking companies cutting corners. That's sus. Let's not do that. Appreciate that. Let me keep going. Yeah, helping each other lie on forms. Like it's some sort of community service we're doing to each other. What? Yeah. And recently I just saw a Somali sheriff, police officer, saying that he only serves the Somali community. What are you doing? You're an American. The whole citizens is your duty to protect and provide great, excellent service. Hello? Get rid of that mindset. Appreciate that.
It's clear if Donald Trump does not step in and do something about this, then Minnesota is going to be a third world nation. It seems to me they're willing to overlook certain things, certain crimes, if it helps move forward some of these Somali values that they're talking about. You need to respect America's laws. I mean, isn't that why you immigrated to America? America is the land of opportunity. Anything can be done if you live in America. I really do believe that. And if you just outwardly decide, you know what, we're not going to follow these certain laws because that might hurt our Somali community, then you are tearing at the fabric of this very nation. And when it comes to the Attorney General especially, you need to live in a colorblind society. If somebody breaks the law, it doesn't matter if they're Somali, it doesn't matter if they're from Africa, it doesn't matter if they're from Nicaragua, if they're from China. If they break the law, they should be held accountable for it. You can't just let people go because they're Somalian. That's not the way that the law works in this country. I don't know how it works in Somalia, but if you come here, you have to abide by our rules. So I am with Donald Trump and Tom Homan 110%. They need to send in ICE, send in Border Patrol, make sure everybody who's in this community is here legally and here the right way, because they are outwardly making TikTok videos disrespecting America, saying, oh yeah, you have fun working your little 9 to 5 and I'll continue getting my EBT. They're living the life of luxury while hardworking Americans are struggling to pay the bills. That's not the type of country that I want to live in, and it goes against all of America's values. Yes, we are a nation of immigrants and I get that, but just come into the country the right way. Be a net positive for this country. That's not what these people are doing. These people know that a lot of Americans have compassion and we have heart, and they take advantage of that and say, if you don't let these people milk our country dry, then you're a bad person. No, that's not the way that this works. You come into this country the right way, do the right things, start working, be a positive in your community, don't be committing crimes, and you will be rewarded. And you should be rewarded for that. That's the kind of country I want to live in. I don't want to just give these people a blank check and let them do whatever the heck they want to do. If they want to commit crimes, we will just look the other way. That is not the way that this works. Donald Trump is bringing common sense back into this country, one day at a time, and it starts by getting rid of people who are taking advantage of this system, and that's exactly what he's doing. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this down below. What do you think needs to be done to Ilhan Omar? Do you think that she should be impeached for all that she has done, or do you think that she deserves to have her position? Let me know. I'd love to know your thoughts. And if you enjoyed, make sure to smash that like, comment, subscribe, and wish you guys nothing but the best. Till next time.